Hello, and welcome to another Hot Toy Cast Coffee Table Review. My name is Eamon O'Donoghue, and today I have the Masters of the Universe Revelation 1/6 scale Skeletor figure from Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is currently airing on Netflix, and we're waiting for Season 2 start. Let's turn that down there. I've got the amazing soundtrack from Bear McCreary, which, by the way, Mondo had an amazing vinyl of there a few months ago. It was amazing, really kind of a double vinyl set with lovely artwork from the same artist who has graced us the lovely cover box art on here, Florian Bertimer. A lovely bit of box art there from Florian. Slightly different format. This whole box is a slightly different format from previous Mondo boxes, because obviously it's different, isn't it? Because it's for the Revelation, so it's not Mondo's own line. This is a Skeletor figure based on his Revelation design, and it has a little thingy as well where it's a bit it's a cell shaded figure. Now, as with all these reviews, why I do my reviews on the coffee table is because I have them under natural light, so you can kind of just see what this looks like not in a studio and whatnot. Plus, as well, you get my initial reactions. I saw this figure way back when it was first shown, and I have not looked at any pics or any other reviews since, so everything that you're seeing here and hearing here is my geeky, on-the-spot, spontaneous reaction. So there you go. So let's turn to the side. We got some artwork there, some stock artwork there of from the animation itself, from Powerhouse Studios. We'll be doing all that stuff. We've got some lovely photography there from Paul Barrero. Lovely. So Paul's been doing some great photography with all this stuff, with all the Mondo figures and stuff like that. And what's great about this now is it's got all the credits on the back. Illustration, Florian Bertimer. Art direction, Mike Bonanno and Hector Arce. Arce. You see how I got that pronunciation there, Hector? I looked that up. I had to look it up. Packaging, Mike Bonanno. Photography, Paul Barrero. Sculpting, Mate Tarana, sorry. I've actually worked with me on plenty of other figures myself over the years. And painting by Mark Bristow and Hilary Arce. There you go, some lovely stuff there on this side. Again, just got the same artwork again, Skeletor on the side. And let's open it up. Now, what's nice about this, it's different this time. So it's not a slide cover, it's a magnetized cover. So it's a little bit different. So there he is inside. Oh, he's looking worried in there. He's got his worried face on, by the looks of it. Now, what's interesting about these as well is that these are cel-shaded, a little bit like the animation. So there's a bit like the X-Men figures that we've seen from Mondo so far. We got some nice line art there from Florian there again on the inside. Again, nice, simple, understated packaging. But I like the different format, and I love the Revelation branding on it and stuff like that. So let's get this guy out. I'll hopefully. I don't like actually doing these kinds of proper physical unboxings. I just find it a little bit boring. But let's just do it quickly. Ooh, slide that out. I figured that'd be the best way to do it. There we go. There we go. Okay, very nice. Oh, it's a rubbery cape on the Skeletor. I can feel that it's rubbery. And you got an explosion there. You got all these other bits and bobs. Okay, so what do we do? We'll put that down there. Put that down there. We'll put this here. So there you go. That's it. That's in there. I'm really excited for this now because, again, I haven't looked at any other reviews at all for this. This is my first time seeing this. Oh God, it's so like the cartoon. Oh wow, look at all the portraits. I did not know you get like all those portraits with him. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, look at the Revelation's Power Sword. Oh, I do love the design of the Revelation Power Sword. It's got the length and the kind of, the beefiness of the Filmation one, but it's just a little bit more stylized and a bit more like the vintage toy as well. So it's like a costume of the Filmation, the vintage toy. Anyway, this is all kind of based on Powerhouse design and stuff, but that's lovely sculpting there by me. That's lovely. I love that. That is, like, I really love that. That's great, that is. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. I have to say, this is, because as folks know, I have been heavily involved with Mattel on the Revelation stuff for the box art and all these things. So these things I've known for quite a while, but to see them so lovely represented, because the Revelation figures of Mattel are lovely, but obviously we're seeing the cartoon details and lovely. Look at that. And lovely eye detail. That is lovely. Oh, I'm loving that. I really, really love that. That is great looking. I love the Havoc staff. I love how it looks. It's really aggressive looking. I love that. That's cool. Very cool. And it comes with all right. So the Havoc staff has got his little spear, because he spears Prince Adam, doesn't he? Through the. All right. So you can change it out then, I assume. We'll have a little look at that later, but it looks like you can change those out. That's a nice surprise. Cool. So you can stab Prince Adam in the back. A couple of extra hands. Everything's lovely and beautifully wrapped on this. All right, I'm going to make this fast because I know unboxing stuff can be a little bit boring for people, so I'm going to rush through it. Look at this. Look at his heads. Look at his head. That's amazing. Do the jaws articulate? I don't think it does. Oh, it does! It does, it does, it does! Ha 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 ha! Brilliant! Well, isn't that brilliant? Look, he's got one slightly eyebrow. How expressive is that? Alright, so far I'm like really impressed with this. This is absolutely awesome. I love that. Brilliant. Wow. And you get all these other portraits as well. Well, look. You get the other portraits. That's another great one. Okay, I'll take them with the wrappers. You don't need to see me taking out the wrappers. That's amazing. This is amazing. This is awesome. I love this. Whee! Okay, so what do we got? Oh god, we got one of these big rope tie thingies here. Alright, so I'm gonna try and do this as fast as possible so it's not boring people. Right, let's do this quickly. Okay, quickly. So I just twist it around. Sorry, yeah, the cape is rubber, which is unusual. Oh, rope ties, you are my bane. There we go, getting the powder. There you go, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. One rope tie. That's pretty painless. Now, as I've said before, these are cel-shaded figures, and I'm kind of mixed on cel shading myself. Oh, I tell you what, I'm loving the weight of that cape. Oh, look at that, kids. That is cool. That is cool. That is cool. Oh my goodness me. Okay, okay. The hood is a separate thing. Okay, so the hood would be separate because that's a cool tuck around in there. Yeah, I know he looks a bit weird, so we'll change out the face. Oh, but let's get my initial reaction here. Oh, he feels heavy and weighty, man. These are new muscles as well. This is new body. This new arm articulation as well. Oh wow. Because the thing with the other Mondo figures, you can kind of see that there is a double split on the elbow, but I can never actually get it to bend. So we actually have full-on double elbow joints on this one here. Okay, this is seriously cool, man. That is seriously cool. I am really impressed. Okay, well, we got a nice music cue there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get everything, set them all up. We'll get his not-so-worried face looking at him. We'll put on some more aggressive-looking faces on him. And we'll get the base out and the other accessories. And we'll cut and come back in a bit. Now, here we are. Everything's laid out on the coffee table. Everything you can see. Again, 3 portraits, boys and girls. 3 portraits, all of whom's mouths open. So you can even add more expression. That is absolutely brilliant. I'm loving that. Get some very expressive hands. I mean, they're very Revelation, powerhouse animation type looking hands there, aren't they? They're very expressive of that. Because, you know, if you look at the style guides and all the stuff that's actually been posted on Twitter, you can see that these are the default kind of hand poses for the actual characters when you're doing that. And again, you get this. There you go, that thing, which of course you attach onto the bottom of Skeletor's staff here to spear Prince Adam through the chest when he's not looking. And you can kill him off for the entire half of the series, or most of the series, and drive some fans nuts. But there you go, I'm scanning up now. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. That is Revelation Skeletor, perfectly personified by Hector, Arce, and all the gang there over at Mondo, and I'm absolutely loving it. That power sword again, the absolute bomb. I'm absolutely loving that. Really, really great figure. Now, I'm going to hand the camera back over to my camera person, and I'm going to go through the articulation in this, because the articulation in this is really quite extraordinary. Now, it's got a little darker. I am going to say one negative thing here. The wrists. Oh my god, I had a nightmare with them. A nightmare. They're very hard to get out. I suggest wiggling, but you're going to hurt your hands off his little spikes here, and you're going to hurt your hands pulling them off because of his nails. So wrap your hands in some towels and wiggle them out. Heat up the wrist and wiggle. Don't pull, don't bend down, wiggle it out, and it'll wiggle out. It's a mission, but you'll avoid breakage that way. Other than that, I'm absolutely stoked with the engineering on these figures, by the way, because they are different. As I said, fully double jointed elbows. Full double jointed elbows. I mean, I am stoked with that. Really, really, really stoked with that. The wrists have good movement. And now these wrists as well have good, they're really stiff, the wrists. Unlike the previous Mondo figures we've had, we always had a problem with the accessories, especially a Havoc staff, which is very top heavy, being so heavy that it literally falls over. But look at that. Look at that. Look, he can hold this Havoc staff any way he wants. And look at the muscles as well. The muscles are far bigger and chunkier on here. Give us a He-Man. Give us a He-Man. Now, so yeah, one of the things I mentioned earlier, that this is a cell-shaded figure. I'm mixed on cell-shaded figures, because to me it's kind of like, I kind of don't see the point in it, because a cell-shaded animation is a strip back of, you know, if the animators in animation could sell in the gradients, they would, you know? And for me, it's like a compromise in animation and stuff like that. It's like, you know, painting grey silver, you know, or silver and grey rather, animation and stuff like that. So I'm not quite sure. I would have been interested to see what this guy would have looked like without the cell shading, but I cannot deny I'm absolutely loving this figure. I love it. Let's just go through some more articulation just for a second here. And move his hands right out. Look at that. Ah, there you go. Look at that. Very stiff joints, but you can see there the nice big thingies there. So he's got lovely chest. Good chest articulation. Look at that. Really nice chest articulation. His waist will twist as well. Oh, squeaky. Don't like the squeakiness. His head, you know, you get that. That's a good range of movement. So do that again. There you go. Look at that. He looks up. He looks down. And then he can open his mouth and scream at you. Abuse. All kinds of abuse. You boobs. How good is that? And what I love about the engineering is really good on this as well, because what you do is you pop off the hood here. I'll just do it really quickly. Actually, I can just pop it off quickly. Can I? There you go. Yeah, there you go. So do you see there inside there, the hood has got a little hole in it. It just attaches to there. You can have a Skeletor floating head there if you want. Plenty of stuff, but that's really good engineering. I really like that solution to the problem there. You just can get really expressive with that. And there you go. And it just pops on there nicely. Tuck these little bits down under. There you go. There you go. There you go. Tuck those little bits down under. Sorry about that there from going off camera there. Okay, just a little quick edit there, because I wanted to give the articulation a really fair crack at the whip there, because I think after bending it a bit more, I've discovered that it is actually far more flexible than I thought even again. So, just to be on the thingy side here, look how far this elbow can go up. Yeah, boy! You can get him to do that. Right? That's really good. And I look, you can even get it a bit more. There you go, press in a bit more, and you can put that wrist down there as well. Also, I wanted to point out as well, you can get this is a softer, pliable plastic now, as opposed to, remember She-Ra in my last review with She-Ra and Hordak? It was very hard to move the legs. You can basically get virtually no leg movement out of it. With She-Ra, you get a bit more. Hordak, zero leg movement. But with this guy, hell nah! Look at this guy! He's well going, look at that! And you can get such really good, wide Skeletor stances. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Come on. Look at that. That is some good posing there. Also, ankle rock. Look at that. So you got ankle pivot. Now, obviously, She-Ra doesn't have this. And some of the others don't quite have as much of a rock either. But this guy has a rock. So that's great. You can really get him on the ground. Look at this. Yeah. Come on. There you go. Look at that. Look at this. How good is that, kids? I mean, that's really good. Another thing I wanted to really kind of cover as well is that for those actually looking... Yeah, so yeah, that's all the articulation. I think I've covered all the articulation there, right? Yeah, it is. Oh, the wrists are very stiff. I can only get certain kinds of movements out of the wrist. I don't know. I can't seem to get this one to go up and down. I can get them to go side to side, and I can get this one to go all the ways around. So, because mine's just super stiff on the side. So do watch that. But otherwise, go to town. Another thing I wanted to show as well, in case folks are asking, what's the story with the cape? Well, the cape, look, it is a separate piece. Look. So there you go. You can see that it is a separate piece. So you could take them off and not have them with the cape. I will keep them with the cape, of course, because it's a really cool feature to me. But I think underneath there, can you ply it off? It looks like it's glued, fastened, glued on them. But I dare say for those of you more daring, you could probably ply it off and get it back on again. So yeah, so there you go. I just wanted to quickly edit that in there quickly. Because I just wanted to really show you off that this guy is mad articulated. I'm going to tell you this now. This is my favorite Mondo figure. I think it might be my favorite Mondo figure. Just because it's just tidy. I can do what I want with him and not worry about, you know, sometimes the other Mondo figures with the hands would kind of maybe pop off easily and stuff. Admittedly, this guy's maybe too tight at times, but I prefer tighter joints than looser joints any day of the week. And if it means a bit more squeaking, it means a bit more squeaking. But look at that. That's really cool. So there you go. The knees, lovely. Bendable. Oh, there you go. That's as far as that's going to go, because obviously it hits there. And you got the cell shading there on the legs. And as I said, you know, I wouldn't have minded seeing what this guy would look like without the cell shading. But it's all about getting that animated feel, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving this. I really, really am impressed with this figure. As I said, I haven't looked at other reviews at all. This is my first time seeing it. You know, I'm so familiar with these, with this design myself. It's just so lovely to see it in a big 3D form. Because the Massiverse figures are quite small, but my God, look at this guy. And again, look at this power sword. It's like such a cool sword. Look at that. Oh, that is such a beautiful sword. Look at the silver shining off it. Well, that's my reference material. Should I get to do any more now? That's the sword I'm going to be using for reference material. Little lovely reflections on that. Lovely anatomy here on him as well. Lovely abs. Tiny little waist on Skeletor. Skeletor did have a kind of a small waist and stuff in the show. And I love that stylization of it. The really broad shoulders. Look how broad his shoulders are as well. Really good. Back to the cape again. Look at that cape. I love that. I love how it hangs. I love the drapery on it here. Really, really, really great stuff. All in all, I'm absolutely delighted with this figure. The wrists are in armor. Oh, and also trying to get... These fingers are... The hands aren't as pliable as the previous Mondo figures, so you will have to unfortunately heat the hands when you want to put in the weapons. But maybe once it's in there for a while, it'll be a lot easier because it'll widen out the grip, won't it? And you can, hopefully be able to take it in and out a lot more quickly and stuff. Also, you'll notice, well, this comes with a slightly different, wider base. So, yay! I've been ages trying to get that Mondo to have just a slightly wider base. I think you could have had a little logo on there and stuff like that. Now, on this particular Mondo base, it does have a little wire clasp on it, which I've opted not to do. Because I don't quite... Oh, there we go. God, he's stiff. There you go. Now... what we want to do now is compare him to the other Skeletor. There you go. And then you get an idea that that's what they're like. And again, you can see the difference in the arms and chest and proportion there. Look at abs far wider. This is a far more stylized figure. I'm loving this. It's such unique parts. Big, beefy legs. Again, totally brand new sculpt between the two of these two right here. Totally brand new sculpt. Everything is new. And of course, we are getting, just announced as well at Designer Con there a few weekends ago, we are getting another Skeletor. Another Skeletor. It's a bit more kind of classic toy inspired design by Emiliano, Santa Lucia, and Hector and the rest of the gang there as well. To add a few more bits onto it. But there you go. That gives you an idea of what the previous Skeletor is like. I think if you're just a Master Universe fan, you need to have this guy because it is a cool interpretation of Skeletor. You know, he's gnarly. Look at his expressive. Look at that. That's just so cool. He is a really good interpretation of Skeletor. I really like the Skeletor. I love how Mark Hamill voiced him. You know, it would. I obviously, you know, in an ideal world, you would have gotten Frank Langella, but I believe that was actually impossible. He's an old man anyway, Frank Langella. But it's like, and it's heavy. This is a heavy figure. It's probably down to the cape, really weighing it down. But just the legs and the whole girth of him, and just all the engineering on this feels really good. All I would just say is maybe slightly more things on the wrist pegs. There's a whole engineering system on the wrist pegs. If you pop up the wrist, you'll actually see there's like a little housing system and that kind of houses it in the cavity and stuff like that. So it's different, but I feel it maybe just needs to be a little bit made to be a bit looser so the fingers can pop out. The last Mondo figures, the hands pop off a little too easily. These ones pop out. It's very hard. So somewhere in between, but I am really impressed with the steps from the two figures here. From this, I mean, I love this. Don't get me wrong, love. But just the engineering on this and the way everything works, it's really nice. I love his big biceps. I love his big chunky arms. I love his fins there and his wrists, and lovely painted in the recesses there as well. This is an absolutely stunning figure. This was a limited edition, time release kind of a thing. Only 2,000 of them made, so if you can try and track them down, I highly recommend it. But there you go. Thanks to Mondo for sending this out to me. It's absolutely lovely. You might be able to find this on some online retailers now and stuff like that. So do have a browser on it, because if you missed out on this, I do think you are missing out not getting this guy, because he is superb. I do like standing him out the stand sometimes. So let's put him down there. Oops. There we go. Look at that. And that's him there, boys and girls. That is him there. Absolutely stunning figure. I am delighted with it. Massive Universe Revelation 1/6 scale Mondo Skeletor exclusive. Get it now, man, and go check out Massive Universe Revelation on Netflix. Don't listen to any haters saying it's absolutely brilliant. Go watch that stuff. It's great. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it off. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Please stand by for the next review. It won't be a while of it. I guess the next review will probably be He-Man now. So that's going to be a little while away. So we'll see you on the next one. As before, please do check out the Hot Toy Cast on all podcast channels. I'll be reviewing this in the Hot Toy Cast with my friends Mike and Jeff Parker. We'll review hot toys and all other kind of high-end 1/6 scale figures. So please do join me for that. You can follow me on Instagram, Eamon O'Donoghue, and you can follow me on Twitter at Eamon_. I'll post figures. I'll be posting way more pics of these online with dope poses and all the rest of it. So see you guys next time. Meow.